Hi everyone, I'm sure most of you are familiar with these batteries here. This is a sealed lead acid battery, and it's just a regular battery, just like a car battery really, only inside it has like tissue, like heavy duty tissue paper holding the electrolyte in place between sheets of lead. And you know, they're okay. If I remember rightly, this one's 6.5 amp hour. So 12 volts, 6.5 amp hours. And they have little cells inside them. I think there's about 4 or 5 cells. I can't remember exactly, or is it 6? I think it's 6 actually. 6 at 2 volts per cell. I think that's about right. Anyway, 2 volts nominal. And you know, they're okay. I mean, as far as batteries go, they're okay. A little bit heavy, but they're okay. But I want to make a new battery, a lithium battery, and this is just a selection of loads of 18650s which I've had lying around. I've got actually more than these, but if you look at the size, the lithium ones are actually smaller. Like if I put that there, you can see they're about the same, but this way around you can see that the lead acid is slightly bigger and the lithium ones are slightly smaller. If I just do it that way, you can see a bit better. Only about 10 mil or so. So effectively these are the same size. I could probably fit another cell in there or so on top here. But if I just put this to one side, they're the same size. Now with these you can solder them up however you want, series, parallel, etc. But here I've tried to put it in the same shape, same form factor as this one, purposely. And I also want to match the voltage if I can. So what I've done is I've got, well, a 12 volt lead acid battery is 12 volts nominal. So these lithium cells are 3.6 volts nominal. So we've got a 3.6 and a 3.6, which is 7.2, and another 2, which is 14.4. Is that right? 14.4? Nominal. Now you could actually change that and you could have 3.6, 3.6 and 3.6, which would be 10.8 or something. But anyway, 14.4 or whatever it is I just said, that's what this is nominal, because I've wired them in such a way, well they're not wired, but I've put them in such an orientation whereby I can easily wire them to be 14.4 volts nominal. So there's a little bit more voltage in this setup, okay? Then with the 14.4 volts nominal, and remember it is nominal and not max. So lead acid is 12 volts nominal, and I think it's about 14 volts or something max. These are 14.4 volts nominal, and what would it be max? It would be 4.2, 4.8, so that's 8.4 multiplied by 2, 16.8, is that right? I think it is. 16.8 volts max. So as you can see, there's more voltage in this particular setup, in this size, in this form factor with lithium. And then going down here, I want to put these in parallel. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 down. And generally speaking, these are around about 2 amp hour or 2000 milliamp hour, sometimes less. These ones are random because they're just random used ones, but I mean, safe to say they'd be at least 1 amp hour, probably 2, but you know, if I just say 1, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so you could say it's a 7 amp hour. So yeah, and that's being pessimistic really. So we've got 14 volts or whatever, 7 amp hour. And if you look here, this is 12 volts, 6.5 amp hour. So this is clearly superior. And that's with our estimation of 1 amp hour. So the lithium is clearly superior in that way. There's much more power stored in this than this, the lead acid, and it's lighter as well. In fact, it's substantially, well I wouldn't say substantially, but considerably lighter. Anyway, so yeah, I want to make a battery which kind of resembles that one,